Global Alliance for Chronic Disease has decided to support a research call in diabetes because we need a better evidence base for the kinds of interventions that we need to make across the world to control and prevent diabetes. The key issue in terms of much of what is known about diabetes is that there has been a dramatic increase in the incidence of diabetes to the point now that nearly 5% of the world's population is actually affected with type 2 diabetes. So we know a lot about the kinds of things which have contributed to this increase in diabetes, but we don't actually know very much about how to prevent and control the disease once it develops, particularly in those settings. So the purpose of this call really is to encourage research that will help to influence policy by providing evidence that will enable health systems and policymakers to make wise decisions that they can be reasonably confident will actually have an impact on the incidence of diabetes and on the costs of its control. One of the key issues in the management of any chronic disease is that there often are situations in which we know a lot about what causes a disease and how to manage it, but we don't actually have the kind of evidence that we need to have to know how to make sure that most people actually benefit from that knowledge. But one of the things that we know is that many people who could benefit from better prevention and better control of the disease are not currently actually able to do so. And what that means is that we need to have a better sense of how to implement what we know now. And that's what's called implementation science. How do we actually implement the knowledge that we already have? This is obviously a key piece in enabling us to make the kind of progress that we need to make. A successful diabetes research program would look like a group of people, would entail a group of people who bring multiple different sets of expertise to the table and are working in multiple different settings and sharing the information that they get. So what we're looking for is cross-disciplinary research and research in a number of different settings to help us get the kind of information that is very hard to get from research which is based totally in the healthcare system.